We're actually, for our fourth Share the Road to a Nugget, we're actually standing here in Phil's substantial trophy room. Pretty impressive, Phil.
Yes. When we finished building this house, our home there, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, Annie said she would dust them once, polish them once, and then it was going to be for me to carry on. And I can say there's a bit of dust on there because I haven't gone in there since.
I was going to ask how often you have to polish those, but I reckon they're probably due.
Yeah, well, it's not. I think they're pretty good in there because it's pretty much dust proof. It's only the glass which possibly needs a squeegee.
But you can't have the tarnishing.
I don't think it's much tarnish.
Silver polish, mate. Bit of elbow grease.
Bit of Nugget.
Yep. Your new brake levers look shinier than that.
In your your hairline, mate. Anyway, moving along. Nugget number 10.
Nugget. Actually, Nugget number 4, Share the Road Tour 2018. And I think, Phil, we've got how many sleeps to go?
Not enough, mate. 28 sleeps to go. So I say not enough because you should be out doing plenty of riding now. So it's only like 3 or 4 weekends to go. So some of us can only afford time on the weekends to ride. I'm not going out this week, but I'll try and put in a long ride on Saturday. But each and every one of you should be putting in some 3, 4 hour, even 5 hour rides with some mountains, preferably. So I'll be going up in the Otways. Ricketts Point, maybe 100 efforts on Ricketts Point would qualify for a longer climb. But I'd head up to the Dandenongs if you're Melbourne based, or up toward the Blue Mountains if you're up Sydney way.
Or any road around Ballarat.
Ballarat, you've got Mount Buninyong. You could do, how many metres climbing is the National Championships?
Not enough, I don't think.
Anyway, so you should be knuckling down, doing some training.
Rides in.
Yeah, get some good rides, good chamois time. Even wear some chamois cream to work maybe, just to get you in that, that frame of mind.
No thanks. Now, we've had some feedback from Nanny Annie, team manager, that there are some recalcitrants who may not yet have updated their team app bios. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it's been in there for a couple of months now. So, she's on me. I've actually uploaded a new profile photograph, one from the 80s. But anyway, it's very easy to get on there. Just go on the team app. It's only a few lines. It'll take a couple of minutes to fill it out, put it on a photograph, and it should be easy.
I think you discovered that you're limited to 80 characters.
80 characters. That's in the bio section. You can have an extended bio section, but I don't have enough stuff to put in there, so I'm just going for the abbreviated bio.
I only use 4 characters. Anyway, so get on board. Otherwise, Anne might update your profile, and you might not like what's in there. So the message is, please update your bio, and if you haven't downloaded the app, I suggest you do so, because you will be in the dark once the tour starts, because all the good information, like when happy hour is, where massage is, what time dinner starts, all those, where the laundry is being done, etc., is all promulgated via the team app. So you'll be scratching your head wondering what's going on if you haven't got it.
Yeah, it's the mode of communication during the proceedings of the tour.
Absolutely.
How's your bike? Have you had it serviced yet?
I'm thinking about pulling it down off the rack where it's been sitting since November last year, and I do need to put some new front chain rings on because they were worn out 2 years ago, and I actually thought the bottom bracket was stuffed, but it's actually the chain rings that are stuffed. So I'll be ordering a new set of front chain rings for that before the end of the week, and installing those, and then making sure that my chain and everything and cassette runs with my new front chain rings. So we're suggesting that you get a full service on your bike before you turn up. So that means replace your chain. That might mean you need to replace your cassette if it won't run on that chain. New inner and outer cables, both gear and brakes, particularly if they haven't been done for a while, but I would suggest replacing them anyway. New brake pads if required, and I would suggest you start with new tyres and tubes, 25mm tyres minimum, bigger if you can fit them in.
if you're a home mechanic, go on to wiggle.com and order some bits and pieces there. Otherwise, down to your local bike shop and get the bike cleaned up and ready for the ride. I'll be, you spoke about gears there. Back in the day, back in these days, we used to
have gears?
We used to have a small chainring that was 42. Now on my bike, it's an endurance bike. It's a Cannondale Snaps. That was not the drink Snaps, but Synapse. I have a 34 small chainring. So I on my bike I have a 34 on the front and a 32 on the back, and I'll be able to get over those mountains easy. Okay, very small gears. So not everybody needs small gears like that, but we have got some big climbs there. The front side of Falls Creek does come to mind. That's on day one. The back side of sort of Dinner Plain on day 3 is pretty big. Those who want to have a crack on Mount Buller on like day 5, that's also a tough climb, so you will need small gears on those particular days. Otherwise, you could have a 42, but maybe it's a big chainring.
34, 32.
I know, I'm really soft.
You'll be riding like Freemy.
I will be. I'll be spinning along. But no, it's a very comfortable bike, and I always know that I'm going to get up the hills easier than others with a gear like that.
There you go. So tips from the expert. Don't turn up with your 1121.
Yes, don't. Yeah, I'm putting a bike together now. It's got 13, 17 straight block.
You could run it in.
Yeah, right.
Backside of Mount Hotham.
That's right. And then there's the wheels. Okay, like the bikes now are very light, and some of the bikes that you'll have are conventional brakes, rim brakes. Other ones are disc brakes, and disc work really well. That's what I use. And what you can do, you can run carbon rims with those. But if you've got conventional brakes, rim brakes, we had one of our guests, or in fact a crew leader, one of the ride leaders last time. He had carbon conventional. The conventional brakes on using carbon wheels, and they delaminated coming down the backside of Threadbow, and and the wheels sort of disintegrated on him. So from that, we've learned that if you've got conventional brakes, don't if you've got a choice, don't go out and buy a new set, or maybe you should. Just use aluminium rims, please. Yeah, they heat up, and
if we get a warm day with long descents, trying to control your speed, you do run the risk of them delaminating.
Yep. So that's just a tip. 25mm tyres are preferred tyres. Back in those days, we used to have 19mm tyres. I'll be actually riding 28s, just because I'm heavy and you come to softy, so I like a bit more cushion.
And they fit.
And they fit, yeah. So I use 28mm, but 25 is ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So bring your own spares. While we will have some spares with us, don't rely on those. Bring your rims. Bring some extra tubes. If your tyres aren't brand new, well, you should maybe throw a new tyre anyway in your bag, just in case you run into trouble there.
Yep. Okay. Second week in November. 10th is our departure time out of Melbourne. So we've got a few logistics and things that we need to cover off. We will be support crew vehicles and bike trailer, truck, camper, support cars will be leaving from the AGF container at Darebin 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. We're suggesting that if you're taking the transport, that the train up to Wodonga, that you put your bike on the trailer and not have to worry about trying to fit it on the train. So you can drop your bike off at the container at Darebin anytime up till Friday afternoon, 5 o'clock, which is when they lock the gate. We will email out the address and the code for the lock on the AGF container and a little photo of what it looks like.
We love those secret codes.
Yeah, we just don't want to put on YouTube the code to the AGF container. We'll email that out on the Monday prior. and you'll be able to drop that off at your leisure during the week. So if you've got any other things you want transported up, if you've got a bag or anything else, you can also leave that in the container and it will be taken up for you. Transport to Wodonga's your responsibility, but we do have a crew taking the train, Phil.
Yes, yep. We suggest being down at the old Spencer Street station, which is now called Southern Cross, down there at 11:30 for the 12:05, which is not an express, but it'll get us up to where we want to go, Wodonga, later in the afternoon. So so I'll certainly be there. We'll just where's a good place to meet at the station there?
Oh, just by the Boost Juice, the Boost Juice thing in the centre there, just near where you buy tickets.
Okay, at the ticket stand, just near the ticket stand at 11:30.
That's the Collins Street entrance.
Collins Street entrance.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Near the Collins Street entrance to the station at 11:30.
So it'll be you and Rudy and at least half a dozen others. So there'll be a bit of a party happening.
Certainly will be. Yep.
But get there at 11:30 because we can't reserve seats. So you really want time to buy a ticket, get on and claim a block of seats so we can be sociable.
Yep. We don't want
During
one
the
person per
journey.
carriage, or maybe we do. No, that's the end of the trip.
That's the end of the trip. Now, this is going out to everyone, including all support staff, so they're probably wondering what's happening in that week. And we will have a logistics sheet out by the 1st of November. Most of the support crew are the same as previous years. We've got Elise and Kate and Jack and Herb on the tools and Joey on the camera.
Herb was talking about riding a bit. Is he bringing his bike?
Don't know.
He might surprise us
You
all.
might surprise us all.
Yep.
But so we'll have that schedule out on November the 1st, and that will involve picking up the usual.
Herb
vehicles.
seems the type that would maybe have a steel bike. Could have a steely, that guy. Even
Do you
single
reckon?
speed, you never know.
Why can't I fix you reckon?
Yeah.
So, support crew will be meeting at the AGF container at 9 o'clock on the Saturday morning, which is the 10th, and we're planning to load up and depart by 11 o'clock. Of course, the challenge is to beat the train up to Wodonga.
Always got to be an element of
There's
competition.
always got to be a challenge. So that'll be us on the highway, the convoy waving to you as you sit in
As we
the
pull in the
dining,
Wangarata
in
or
the
something.
dining carriage. Yeah. So support crew, expect to get that information, and also support crew, get on downloading the team app
Yep.
and bios.
Staff as well. That's right. Everybody's in.
Everyone's in.
No
There's
hiding.
Nobody hides.
So when we get there, we're just going to distribute clothing, gear, information. We've got
it's a-
tea.
Is it a walk from the station? I can't
Yep,
remember.
yep,
Yeah.
It's a short walk from the station and to our accommodation. So kit distribution will happen Saturday afternoon. Team dinner, bike assembly, etc. That'll all be happening Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. Team dinner, kick off Sunday morning.
Hopefully there won't be too much bike assembly.
Correct. To Falls Creek.
That's right.
And we're planning on turning on the weather.
Turning on the weather. That's what we like doing, turning on weather. And going back to day one, ride day one, once again is Wodonga to Falls Creek. I think we've got a reasonably early start.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock rollout. Yeah. So looking forward to that. Beautiful.
It's flat as until you get to the last bit, really.
Well, that's right. Yeah. Just the last 15, 20 Ks.
Yeah. All good. So we'll look forward to seeing you either at the train station,
Or at the hotel.
the container, or the hotel.
Do we need to give hotel details for those who are finding their own way there?
That'll be on the team app.
There you go. It's another reason why to get your information in there.
Otherwise, bring a sleeping bag. Good on you. Thanks, Phil.